Yit Yit Womp YouTube, it's Lightning Scorpion, and today I can't wait because we're gonna review my favorite Zelda game. Here it is, Majora's Mask. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Seriously guys, words cannot describe how much I love this game. There's so much about it to love. There's the side quests, what the? Star Fox Zero?
Hey, look, it's my newest game. Can you review that instead?
Fox McCloud? What are you doing here?
I heard that you were reviewing my latest game and I had to show up for it.
What? No. I plan to review Majora's Mask. My favorite Zelda game.
Play.
2 hours later.
Okay, fine. I'll review it. Gosh, you're annoying. Yay! And, yeah, there we go. See, the game, uses motion controls, which was a very polarizing decision.
So, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at Fox McCloud's most divisive game. Hey, what? It's true. Star Fox Zero. Released in April 2016 for the Wii U, it's the first Star Fox game in 5 years, not 10. Seriously, it gets on my nerves when people say Zero was the first Star Fox game in 10 years. We had 64 3D in 2011. Sure, it was a remake, but it's still a game in the Star Fox series. Geesh. Anyways, it was developed by Nintendo and Platinum Games, so let's get into the story. Star Fox Zero is a reboot of Star Fox 64, which means the story is, well, pretty much the same thing, but the levels and game design are completely different. So, for the three of you who haven't heard this story, once upon a time, in the Lylat system, a galaxy far, far away, Andross, an evil scientist, was banished to the barren planet Venom by General Pepper. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. So, he sent Peppy Hare, Pigma Dangar, and James McCloud, who were part of a mercenary team called Star Fox, led by James. And seriously, James looks like Fox, but with sunglasses. If Fox could find a pair of sunglasses, he could masquerade as his dad.
Hey, Fox. Whoa, you're James McCloud! Hey, Fox, your dad's here. Where's Fox?
Anyway, Pigma betrayed the team and helped Andross, probably due to a money bribe. And in the chaos that followed, James sacrificed himself to create a diversion so that Peppy could escape. Peppy returned home and told James's son Fox about his father's fate. At the same time, Peppy delivered the news that Andross had built a terrifyingly huge army and intended to conquer the entire Lylat system. And so began the Lylat Wars. 5 years later, Fox McCloud builds a new Star Fox team with some of his closest friends and most trusted allies. Slippy Toad, Fox's best friend and a gifted mechanic, and also the world's worst pilot! Falco Lombardi, a hotshot flyboy, but also one of the best pilots that Fox has ever known. Think of him as the Raphael of the group, the cool jerk who probably wants to be the leader, but isn't. Finally, there's Peppy Hare, Fox's dad's old wingman, who's the glue that holds the team together. That all leads up to now, where the new Star Fox team gets an emergency call from General Pepper. Apparently, Corneria City is under attack, and they have to come and help.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
So this is where Star Fox Zero's main criticism comes into play. The motion controls. Basically, you have a third-person view of your ship on the TV, while on the gamepad, you have a view from the cockpit. I guess people have trouble juggling between two screens at once, but really, I didn't really have any problem with it. I mean, you can press the minus button at any time to switch the two views, and the motion controls didn't take that long for me to get used to. I got used to it after the first level, but some other people took them longer if they got used to it at all. So, after we save Corneria, we head to the next level, Sector Alpha, where we unlock a new vehicle. This odd-looking vehicle is the Walker, which... why is it a chicken?
That was Slippy's idea.
Sure it was. Yeah, Fox.
Squidward! 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 Squidward!
Anyways, the Walker actually came from the unreleased Super Nintendo game Star Fox 2, which was scheduled to be released in summer of 1995, but due to the impending release of the Nintendo 64, they axed it last minute. Honestly, I love the Chicken Walker, and I can't get enough of the darn thing. It can sneak through small spaces that the R-Wing can't get through, and it has all the same fixins, like the barrel roll, the somersault, and it's more nimble than the Landmaster, so it's a perfect crossover between the two. It can also hover, which is a nice plus. So after Sector Alpha, we head to Area 3 Space Ring Colony. It starts with a space battle, but once you get inside, you have to sneak through the tunnels to find one of the Cornerian Army's vehicles, which is the worst vehicle in the game. The gyro wing. It's slow, cumbersome, and overall a huge deviation from what we're used to, the fast-paced Star Fox action. A lot of people don't like this vehicle, and I am one of them. It doesn't even get a cool transformation like the other two vehicles. Instead, it gets a little robot that can hack things, which becomes pretty obsolete once the Walker gains the power to hack. So, after we get a bad pie joke, we have to hack the Gigorilla's butt, which, yes, is as weird as it sounds. And... so this is the Gigorilla, or as I like to call him, Robo Harambe, a weapon from Andross's army that was stolen by the Cornerian army, but now Andross's army is trying to steal it back. You get to control him by leading him wherever you want and destroying Andross's ships. It's pretty cool, actually. So after this, there's a really boring gyroing mission that I didn't want to show. You're welcome. So after that really boring gyroing level, we have Sector Beta, where we get to participate in a fight between Andross's army and the Cornerian army. It's pretty cool. Dogs versus monkeys. And this happens. Boy, I wish the R-Wing could have sunglasses during that segment. So after that, we fight Star Wolf, a team of rival mercenaries hired by Andross who are out for Star Fox and a paycheck. The team consists of Wolf O'Donnell, Fox McCloud's arch-rival who had history with his dad, Leon Powalski, a chameleon who seems to have some sort of history with Falco, Pigma Dangar, Peppy's former friend and a member of the original Star Fox team before he betrayed James and Andrew Oikeni, the worst member of Star Wolf. So naturally, he'd have a rivalry with Slippy. He's also Andross's nephew, so I guess you could say he's a chimp off the old block.
LS, please stop. You're not funny.
So, if you beat Star Wolf, emphasis on the if, because you can actually lose to Star Wolf, and if you do, you will be taken to a different mission than if you win. And this is where Star Fox Zero really opens up. See, there are tons of alternate paths and routes in the game. It can be from, finding a special guest, like Bill, a member of the Cornerian Army, who is Fox's old friend, or Cat, Cat, who has an affiliation with Falco and is his possible love interest, to fighting Star Wolf, to protecting the Great Fox. And each way to get to these alternate missions is different. Sometimes you have to press secret switches, follow members of Star Wolf. It really depends. So, get looking. Yeah. Because I'm sure as heck not saying them all in the video, because that would spoil the fun. Okay, I will say one, and it's a really awesome one. So, there's a special level where, spoiler alert. There's a special level where you get to play as Peppy, and every time you do a barrel roll, he says barrel roll.
It's really hilarious. For the first 20 seconds.
There's also some amiibo support. If you have my amiibo, you can unlock the retro Arwing from the SNES Star Fox in all of its low poly glory. It even plays some of the music from the SNES game. It can also transform into the retro Walker from my unreleased game Star Fox 2. And if you have Falco's amiibo, you unlock the Black Arwing. It's basically like a hard mode. If you're looking for an extra challenge, use this. It takes 3 times more damage, but it also shoots 3 times more damage. So you have more firepower, but you're also weaker.
So, now back to the main story stuff. Next, we head to Sector Omega. Seriously, why are these sectors named after Greek letters? And honestly, this is my favorite level in the game. It's super fast-paced, and at the same time, it's a callback to the first Star Fox with the black hole level, and it's completely different because it's super fast. And also, I love the music. And there are 2 guys out there, and they know who they are. This is the music that I'm always singing, Dew, 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 dew. So, back to the story. You see Venom in the distance, and you think you're about to reach it, but all of a sudden, Venom disappears. The whole planet, gone. And it turns out that Andross teleported it away. So, instead of getting to Venom, you fight a surprise boss. This boss is also a throwback. He's a throwback to 64 and the first Star Fox. You fought both of them, but this time, he's completely different. You fight him in all range mode instead of on rails, and during certain parts, he'll shoot out lasers, in which you get to play what I like to call Arwing Jump Rope. After that, General Pepper calls the team back to Corneria, as he says even though Venom has disappeared, there's still a way to reach Andross. And this level is yet another callback, which is pretty cool. So it's a callback to the first Star Fox because it takes place during the sunset, as opposed to the daytime. Which makes me wonder, how long did the events of this game last? Did the events of this game take place in one day? So the Star Fox team traveled across the entire solar system in one day. Also, the music right here reminds me a lot of Sonic Unleashed. I can't be the only one that thinks that, right? So you meet up with General Pepper, but he gets teleported to who knows where thanks to Andross, and Robo Harambe returns. So you fight it as a boss, and it's actually pretty hard. Its hits deal a ton of damage, and there are some moments where you have to barrel roll for your life or turn into a walker. So after you hack his butt, again, seriously, what is up with this game and butt hacking? Andross's hologram appears, and he taunts Fox, so Fox heads into the teleporter, alone. So when Fox finally gets out of the teleporter, we get a huge backstory dump. Yada yada yada, they originally developed the technology with Andross to bring peace to the galaxy. Yada yada yada, he grew mad with power. Yada yada yada, they banished him to another dimension. So this is this game's version of Venom. A giant mechanized rock that serves as a teleportation device. And yes, I know, it looks like the Death Star. So we fight Starwolf for the final time. Alone. And this happens. Ah, come on. Why do they get wolves but I get a chicken? I don't know, Fox. I don't know. Honestly, this is my favorite Starwolf fight in the entire Star Fox series. I just love what you can do. You can go into the little ravines and valleys, or you can both transform into your chicken walkers and hunters. You can both fight each other on the ground or in the air, or one can be on the ground and in the air, or you can be in the air and they're on the ground. There's so many different possibilities and it's so fun. So you finally beat Wolf, he makes a racist comment, and it's the climactic entrance into the enemy's lair. But wait, not yet. Instead, you get led by James McCloud? Ghost Dad. Yeah, you get led by Ghost Dad through a series of portals and tunnels until you finally reach Andross. This is Andross, who for some reason is a giant disembodied monkey head. The real reason he's a monkey head is because he performed a bunch of experiments on himself. I know that, Fox. So, there are a bunch of holes around there, and the only way to get inside is by looking through the cockpit view. So, that's the only way you can see the inside. And once you get inside, you fight him like normal Andross. You know, shoot the hands first. But there are some new tricks. First off, you can only fight him as a walker. And he has some new moves, like trying to eat you, and doing this little thing that I like to call laser jump rope. Also, there's a huge difficulty spike with Andross. Like when he gets Andross, the difficulty goes from 1 to 100. Be ready. Also, during this fight, Andross will taunt you by saying all kinds of weird stuff. So, after Fox beats Andross, he tries to escape. But Andross isn't gonna let him get away that easy. Once again, Andross repeatedly attempts to eat Fox, but then Ghostat appears to hold Andross back, and Fox escapes. So Fox greets his friends and looks around for his dad, who isn't there. And this part always brings me to tears. So the team heads back to Corneria to be awarded for their work.
Star Fox, we are forever in your debt. There's a place for you in the Cornerian army, if you want it.
Sorry, General. We like doing things our own way. Star Fox, move out!
And of course, it wouldn't be Star Fox 64 without the team running through the obligatory out-of-nowhere desert, even though the Great Fox is right next to them. But this time, they're in their walkers, and Slippy still lags behind, which proves that he's the least athletic of the group.
But wait, he's in a vehicle.
Shut up. So the team flies off into the sunset, and we get a tribute to Satoru Iwata, which is really genuinely touching. And the game ends with a lovely piano piece, which I cannot get enough of. And that's Star Fox Zero. Okay, so a lot of people are worried about the future of Star Fox. I mean, Zero's sales were only decent at best, and its reception was very, very mixed. And it seems like what Nintendo thinks the series is different from what fans think the series is. So right now is a very strange time for Fox McCloud. I mean, people don't want Star Fox to die, but they also don't want Nintendo to just keep rebooting it and doing the same story over again with new gimmicks like motion controls. Honestly though, I'm not worried. I mean, Miyamoto and Platinum have both expressed interest in working on a sequel to Zero. And Star Fox is one of those franchises that people will love no matter what. As for right now though, I recommend picking up Star Fox Zero. I mean, the motion controls take a little bit of getting used to, but once you do, it's a great game. And it has plenty of differences with 64 to make it its own game. And it's not all just 64, it's a little bit 64, a little bit of the first Star Fox, a little bit of Star Fox 2. I also recommend picking up the physical copies because they're cheaper than the digital ones. And yeah, Star Fox Zero is honestly my favorite Wii U game. And I'm sure literally no one will agree with me on that.
I wonder what the next review's gonna be. Yeah.